Hi everyone, it's Cameron Phillips from Engel Völkers Vancouver. I'm so excited to take a few moments today to share with you my perspective on the current February housing market, what we just saw in January, and where myself and my colleagues think we're headed as we move into the spring. In order to understand where we're going, we need to briefly touch on where we've been. It's no secret that due to a variety of factors, the 2023 housing market was confusing. On one hand, we saw quickly rising interest rates that decreased purchasing power and also caused many buyers and sellers to put on the brakes. We saw many people delaying housing decisions until market conditions improved, which of course further compounded the lack of inventory that we face in our market. As the new year started, here's where the headlines started to write themselves. The market is changing, and faster than expected. In Vancouver, as many comparable real estate markets across North America, we usually see a period of heightened activity in the springtime. That begins to rise in February and peaks in early June, before slowing through the rest of the year. This is expected. However, what was different this year was we got off to an early start. Before we get into the data, let's talk about what I witnessed firsthand in the marketplace. To put it simply, people are interested again. Right out of the gate after New Year's Day, we saw open house attendance double or triple every weekend. Several of my own buyer clients re-entered the housing search with a new sense of urgency, and many of my colleagues expressed the same thing about their own clients. People are shopping now, and they are ready to make moves after months of delays last year. As far as transactions, properties that had been sitting stagnant for months, all of a sudden were getting multiple showings and in some cases, multiple offers. This rebound of interest and urgency was expected in a way, but what was unexpected is how early into the year this shift took place. There was a buzz, there's a palpable energy that has returned, and it happened quickly. Now, let's talk data. In January 2024, the Real Estate Board of Greater Vancouver saw 1,427 residential sales. This represents a rise of 38.5% over January 2023. This is a dramatic increase when comparing the same periods of time. However, this is still 20% under the 10-year average. This tells us two things. January was way hotter than expected, and coming out of two slower years, this quick rise signals the spike in interest that I mentioned earlier. Let's talk about the supply side, new listings. January 2024 saw 3,788 newly listed properties, which represents a 14% increase from January 2023. However, that's still 9% below the 10-year average of newly listed properties. So where does this leave us, and what's coming next? As I was seeing this take place in mid to late January, I picked up the phone and had several conversations with prospective sellers. And in every conversation, I was met with, "But isn't the market still bad? Now's not a good time to sell." The fact is, unless you were on the inside like myself, seeing the shift every day, there was nothing to go off of for the average consumer. Now that the January data is out, media outlets are going to begin picking up the story, and you're learning about it from this memo. This is going to further the feedback loop and could lead to a warm and frothy spring market. If you're thinking of selling this year, the fact is you want to be preparing your home now and having those conversations now. As a seller, it's great to be in a position where there is limited supply and lots of buyers. That brings more attention and usually better contracts to your home. The unknown right now is how much inventory we will see hit the market in the spring. We know people have been putting off listing their homes throughout 2023. Are we going to see a huge rebound in inventory? I certainly hope so. We are striving for a balanced market. Quite frankly, my buyer clients need more good options to purchase, and when there are more good options on the market, more people are interested in making a trade, leading to more sellers on the market as well. Another phrase I heard several times while prospecting is, "If I sell, where would I go? There's nothing I want on the market." That is case in point of an unbalanced market. Buyers and sellers sit on the sidelines because they don't have anything to buy, thus holding inventory back and creating the same problem for someone else. So here's my takeaway. If you're looking to buy real estate, I would suggest looking to purchase sooner rather than later. Right now, demand and competition is heating up, but I expect that competition to be much stronger come April, May, and June, unless we see that big flood of inventory. If you're considering selling, now is the time to start the conversation. Preparation and strategy has never been more important, and in our evolving market, making sure you're being kept aware of changing conditions is going to maximize your sales strategy. I would aim to be on the market in the next 30 to 45 days if selling in the spring is your goal. Where will this leave us for the rest of the year? Well, we're gonna have to stay tuned to find out. We're anticipating a slight lowering of interest rates by the Bank of Canada to the tune of 0.25 or possibly 0.5 basis points. However, that is being priced into the market now as buyers and sellers are anticipating that, which is largely why confidence has been restored. I interact with the marketplace on a daily basis, and I'm always discovering interesting pieces of information and watching shifts take place in real time. So never hesitate to give me a call if you want to chat about the market and your particular situation. Additionally, if you'd like a complimentary report on your neighborhood and where housing prices are trending, reach out to me. I have a wonderful report that I can send you specifically for your property. It's been my pleasure to share this February update with you. Again, my name is Cameron Phillips and I'm a real estate advisor with Engel Völkers Vancouver, and I will talk to you next month.